So welcome to my class, and in this we are continuing on with Unit 3, that is Statistical Tools and Interpretation. And of course we are doing statistics for economics, and in that we've come to index numbers. And in the previous class we talked about the weighted index numbers, and in that we are doing the aggregative method of constructing index numbers, and in that we did last year's method. And in this class we are going to do Paaschae's method of constructing index numbers, the weighted index numbers. Important thing is that I have taken the same example or the same numerical, then it becomes easier for you to understand. That's the reason. And not only that, I think it is important because when we do the Fishers, we'll have both of them. We'll have last year and Paaschae's results to compare, to work out Fisher's method of the aggregative method that we're going to use. Now please just pay attention here once again. In this, let me just tell you, before I even go on, we are doing Paaschae's method now. Okay. So weighted aggregative method, Paaschae's method of constructing weighted index number, the weighted aggregative method. And in this, we are going to consider the quantities in the current year. Just remember that, nothing else to be thought about. So this formula was given by the German statistician Paaschae in 1874. So in this formula, current year quantities are taken as weights. So the formula is more or less like what is last year's, but the only thing is that in this we take Q1 in the numerator and the denominator, both the P1 is P1 into Q1, P0 into Q1 into 100, and that's how we're going to get the index number by weighted aggregative method. Alright, now let's just take. So these are 4 commodities that are given. So in this, what are we going to take? P0 and Q1. So P0, we are not going to take Q0, so don't worry about that. So Q1 and P1. So these are the 3 columns we'll consider now. So P0, just write down the P0, 20, 50, 40 and 20. This is how we write. And just multiply it, A with 6, that is the quantity, 5 here for B, C is 15 and 25 is D. So what we get is 20, that is P0 is 20 into 6 is 120, 50 into 5, 50 is P0 into 5 is Q1 is equal to 250, 40 into 15 is 600 and 20 into 25 is 500. So you have to do this also. You have to sum up P0, Q1. So when you sum them up, you get 1470. Alright. Now what we do is P1, Q1. So P1, 40 into 6 is equal to 240. Then next is 60 into 5 is 300, 50 into 15 is 750 and 20 into 25 is 500. So this is how we do. We get 70, what do? We sum them up, sigma P1, Q1, because we need this. We've got to now, once we've worked out this, just apply them, just write them in the formula. Put the numerals, put the numbers, and what you get is 121.7. Alright, so that is the answer. So the answer to this question is 121.77. So there has been a net increase of 21.7 in prices in the year 2015 as compared to the year 2010, when we use Paaschae's method of constructing the weighted index number by which method? By the weighted aggregative method. So once again, let me tell you that what is needed is that you must do this in your notebook and take one, open your books, do another one from there, do the illustration from there, that is, and then do one from the exercise. So here again, let me just tell you that here in Paaschae's method, we take the current period quantities, and these differ, and since the current period quantities differ from the base year quantities, the index number using current period weights will have a different value of index number. Alright, so let me just show you a little bit. I think I've written yes. So in last year's method, what did we get? You can see that here. You got this as 2070 divided by 1660 into 100, that is 124.7. So there was a net increase of 24.7 there, and here there is a net increase of 21.7% in prices. So that is that's the little difference that you see. Otherwise, it's more or less the same. So when you use the current period quantities as weights, weighted aggregate price index is called the Paaschae's price index. So it helps in answering the question that if the current period basket of commodities was consumed in the base period, and if we were spending rupees 100 on it, how much should be the expenditure in the current period on the same basket of commodities? So Paaschae's price index comes to say 121.7. So, and that can be interpreted as a price rise of say 21.1%. Okay, so that shows a rise in prices like that. But if you take last year's, then it was 24.7. So there's not much of a difference, but that's how it goes on. And in the next class, we are going to do the Fisher's method of constructing the weighted index number by the aggregative method. So then, happy solving, learn this up properly, and we'll catch up in the next class then. Alright, so here we go.